smoothly here, we'll have two teams at 3-1 after the conclusion of the two matches that are going on, and then one team will win the head-to-head and have that first place spot to play against Riot Gaming tomorrow.
It's always so nice whenever the chaos settles a little bit and you can see, how things end up, but we're not at the finish line quite yet. We've got a pretty crazy matchup. Even the desk was a little bit torn. Everybody did pick Mindfreak, but you could hear the love, you could see the respect that they had for Canberra Havoc. And, it makes sense that chat and the people watching at home are very one-sided on the vote, because what we saw from Mindfreak against Renegades was incredible. It was unreal passing from Requiem, several playmakers in that series alone. He's making so many opportunities for his team, but Snowy, there's an opportunity with a flip reset off the backboard. The Mindfreak defense had rotated just in time.
Did a good job holding on, and we'll stay scoreless here in the first minute. A nice shot from midfield, and Zayd will deny it to the outside. Vortex on the challenge into Snowy. Snowy will reach for this one as Requiem follows him across the field. Snowy pass two. Making out in front of the box. Vortex comes in, but Zayd will clear it back to midfield. Will neutralize.
Well, that was an awkward play there from Snowy. You could see what he was going for, the mind game play on the goal line defender, but maybe there was a chance for him to get an opportunity. It looked like there was a small window. I'm not quite sure, but I do like the unique, the creative play he's going for. And we're going to need to see a lot from Zayd, in particular for Mindfreak as well. I think that if you give all that praise to Requiem, a lot of times you're going to need somebody to follow up those passes. And Zayd, I spoke of him, he got that clear shot on net off the ceiling, and then now a demo to open up some pressure.
Oh, here comes Requiem, taking it to the sky, looking for the air dribble, but getting challenged at the point of contact. Now Caveman Ben crashing the corner. Zayd's airborne for it, looking for the pass, possibly. Caveman can't reach it, and he'll bail off the back wall. Here comes Requiem. We got Mindfreak pressuring on the offense.
Oh, they look so good right now whenever they're trapping this ball in the corner, winning the challenges. They're not too focused about getting a goal. That's something that we saw in the previous series, an error on the defense from Cringe Society. They were getting too desperate, but Mindfreak, they are prioritizing possession and just waiting for that one mistake to come out, or maybe a midfield pass like that to Ben.
There's Tango up against Requiem, and pitches across the field. Caveman Ben up against Vortex now into the other corner. Back for Zayd in front of Snowy. One man-on-man coverage here, and Canberra is able to hold on just fine. A fling in the midfield from Tango. Chases down, is it all the way in? No! Caveman Ben gets back in time.
That flick from Tango was so powerful. I didn't expect him to get all of that height on that flick, let alone the speed. And somehow there was still a rotation on the defensive line. I believe it was from Caveman Ben. We've got Requiem forced to get a touch here, and now Caveman Ben is up in the air early to get a touch, but things have flipped, and we've got all the pressure coming out off the crossbar. Snowy and down, that's it.
Snowy finally on the board. After that early double tap, not quite in, sets himself up, draws all the defenders to the right side, and then shoots to the left post. They won't be able to reach it, and right here at halftime, we've got Canberra up by 1 goal. They can hold on to it here.
Well, that's crazy. We saw all that pressure from Mindfreak. I mean, to see Canberra get the first goal, I would have never expected it, but the offense does look good when they have opportunities. You can see Tango is going for a bump and some physical plays, and they are back in rotation. Tango dodged the demo and still gets the save. What a play.
Well done. Staying calm and collected on defense, and now the pressure on the other end. Here's Snowy up against Requiem. He plays it underneath the front line defense. Tango's not able to close the gap in time. It's Zayd and Caveman closing it up there, setting up for Zayd. Blocked by Tango. Well done out of the corner. Tango now, can he connect with Vortex? Infield pass is good, but it's to the wall. They're going to need another one. Zayd rotating back in. It's to Snowy in the midfield, but Requiem able to stay wheel to wheel with him, put it into the corner. Ben trying to set up Zayd. Here he comes for the shot. It's up and high. We'll see Tango take it straight back down midfield with 2 players in tow behind him. He misses the ball. Vortex has to close in on him, and Snowy now with lots of space. Shoots to the upper 90, just barely wide.
That was such a threatening shot. You could see Snowy went up so early. Got a touch. It looked perfect, crossbar and out. Not the luckiest bounce, but you can see the type of firepower that Canberra Havoc have on offense, and I love their transitions. They always seem to have that next step planned, and they can execute rather well. That was a double commit. First time we've seen that in quite some time, but overall, Canberra, they look dominant.
The double commit was a nice, powerful touch on it, so Vortex didn't get pressured immediately. Requiem's able to dump Tango to tie the game. Finally, Mindfreak finds a way through.
And at first, I saw Tango, he's last back. I'm thinking there's no way you get it past him. He's too good at that goal line defense, but Requiem hit him with a fake and just glided right behind the ball to get that dunk, secure the tiebreaker. and make sure you keep yourself in this first game.
40 seconds left. Both teams trying to set the pace here with game number 1. Tango putting it high. Chases this ball down, Zayd over the top of him and onto the backboard. Vortex is over the block. He'll take the bum shot, but Zayd's there as well. Here comes Requiem.
What you got?
Snowy. Tango and Vortex block him at the point of contact. 20 seconds left, still tied as Vortex careens down the field, out of the corner, trying to set up his teammates, but the defense in front of the box will hold on.
It's a good challenge.
Cleared away. We'll go back to corner.
Love to see the 50-50s if you're a fan of Mindfreak. This could be something potentially for them on offense, and they do keep the pressure forward. Requiem went for the double tap, but oh no, here comes the transition. This is where Canberra are so deadly, and maybe they could get something. It does look like this one's gonna fall down, and we go into overtime.
Overtime in game 1. Neutral kickoff. Tango follows it to the wall, picks up midfield boost, catches Requiem in the sky, passes into Vortex, clean play, but blocked in front of the box. Now Ben challenging Snowy. Snowy with a better boost situation onto the backboard. Here's 2 players. Vortex puts it back. Snowy's got to fall back quickly. Zayd tries to look for the bump instead of the outfield shot, and now Ben just trying to set up Requiem. Well placed, but blocked by Tango. Snowy off the wall to block Zayd. Misses the ball, but Vortex will be there to cover it up. An exciting first 30 seconds of overtime.
Oh yeah, and it's a battle of counterattacks at this point on the field, Wavepunk. You can see the clears. They are massive. It's going from side to side. Even this one. Ben has to use all his boost to even get one small touch. And now Snowy has a flip reset. He got the dunk. Didn't lead into any opportunities. And just like that, Mindfreak get this ball to the other side.
Vortex up against Ben. Ben gets it over the top, onto the backboard, double commit from the defenders, but they pinch the daylights out of it. And here comes Zayd. What a pass! Snowy the block, Tango's over the ball, and he'll get the save. What a play, and an excellent read from Mindfreak to give it to him, but the defense holds from Canberra.
Oh, and Tango also had the read coming off the backboard, and for him to follow it up and get the 50-50, but he's still alone on the defensive line. And speaking of Tango, he had no boost. He would have normally been able to get this touch, but when you're empty in the tank, there's no way.
He tried. Snowy doing his best for Havoc here, but Mindfreak will take game number 1 in overtime.
Wow.
And the early lead in the series. Zayd, big part of that offensive drive there, getting himself the assist. 5 shots here. We saw so much of Zayd on offense. Update on the other side of the group, by the way. Renegades take game 1. I believe it was 3-1. I might have missed the last goal there, but they're currently up 1 goal as well in game 2.
And that's going to be an important match, not only for seeding, but just for confidence going into day number 2 here in the major. And getting back to this game for Mindfreak versus Canberra, this is kind of how I expected it to end, to be honest with you. Canberra were very solid on the transitions, but they didn't prioritize that possession game as much as Mindfreak did. Mindfreak loved to throw it in the corners and wait for that mistake. And what happened eventually in overtime, somebody was left with no boost. It was Tango on the backboard, couldn't get the save, and you've got a much easier goal to shoot at.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see if they make the necessary adjustments here in game number 2. Mindfreak, obviously, with the 1 game lead, it'll be Canberra Havoc looking to bounce back here. And honestly, I mean, I think the only thing for Havoc, just finding the back of the net a few more times.
Yeah.
Like, they had so many excellent looks. They broke down the defense, got themselves the ball free in front of the box, and then just barely too high or straight at a defender. Better accuracy from the Havoc could really give us a different ball game.
Well, I mean, game 1, you go into overtime already against Mindfreak, where you had so many good-looking shots and attempts on net. It's really just coming down to how much do you capitalize? How are you able to make a play? Speaking of plays, here's Snowy. This was a nice little redirect. He barely got a piece of it, but that's what created all the speed.
Yeah, and it also keeps the defender grounded. He's got to kind of watch this. He can't just go for the immediate read. And I think that tiny touch barely puts it behind Zayd. Snowy. Only person, well, it wasn't actually Snowy that scored goal number 1. I believe he didn't get the credit for it in game number 1, but here on the board for game 2.
That's a really difficult shot as well, because you have to barely touch the ball. What is this 50? This just got sent into the net. That is so unfortunate if you're Canberra.
Mindfreak says we take those.
Oh my
Look
goodness.
at that. Man, well placed too. With speed. Yeah, not much about that. Unfortunate, but Snowy right back to the drawing board.
You know, I have the chat on. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen it calculated, dropped in chat yet, but it's okay. It's okay.
They're both they're all keeping their heads in the game.
That's right.
Memes, we'll meme later. I'm going to Requiem up for it. Here's Vortex as Tango tries to fall on this, just create some confusion for the defense, but they read it well. And in midfield, Zayd's got speed on this one. It's into the goal as well. Zayd from midfield takes the lead.
And this is all about that interception. You are able to read this bounce. Requiem kind of faked out the defender. Tango came in a little bit late and stuttered on that challenge. Maybe he thought Requiem was going to go for it up the wall, and that's why he was slower to go in. Either way, you set up an opportunity and a free shot from midfield for Mindfreak.
Mindfreak with a lead now. Game number 2 after taking game number 1. This one feeling good.
I mean, they've got confidence. I mean, you got that upset earlier on against Renegades. I mean, how are you not feeling hyped going into this match?
Feeling hot, and I mean, Zayd, you can see it there in the goal he just scored. Such a quick attack in the midfield and just saying, hey, let's just put it straight on target. Force him to get back and make a save. They catch him. Now they're going to enjoy the lead and play defensively. Tango in the corner here. Get out to 1. Snowy on the infield pass, and Vortex off the wall. Just barely, again, not able to put it between the posts.
Well, that's exactly what you mentioned coming into this game. There wasn't really anything that we could criticize about Canberra Havoc besides their accuracy. There it is, plaguing them. Bleeding into game number 2, they've got to figure out how to put those ones away because they don't come too often.
Vortex pushing it onto the wall and then catching himself on the backboard, but collapsed on by the backboard defense from Mindfreak. Snowy getting dunked by Ben. He'll take the midfield or take the corner boost, but wasn't able to take the ball. The clear comes through from Havoc. They'll chase it into the blue half. Now Zayd looking for Requiem. Be intercepted here by Tango. Actually, Tango misses, and Requiem commits to the pass. 3-1 Mindfreak.
Well, look at how he uses the bottom of his car. It's a soft shot, and this angle, it's honestly an illusion. He is disguising that shot coming through the defense from Canberra Havoc. They have no choice but to try to predict the other side of the net. They can't do it. An illusion from Requiem, and it goes in.
Beautiful, beautiful pass. And they make it a goal as well here. 2:46 on the clock. Mindfreak can control the series, but a nice shot from midfield doesn't go in. Zayd again. They put it high, and the shot just barely wide.
Wow. And that's just painful. Crossbar and down, and you don't get the benefit of the second bounce going up off the crossbar again, because that would lead to potentially another follow-up. That one just bounced and went out.
Wow.
Here's Tango. Look at this dunk, Wave Punk. This was unreal.
He got a flip reset off this one, too. Chases the ball down, flip resets into it, and then moves out for the dunk on Ben. Put a bow on that one. Put it under the tree at Christmas. That one's pretty.
Wow. There's not too many goals where I really, the slow-mo makes me appreciate it that much more. But that one, when you see the slow-mo start after he gets that flip reset, and then he's just soaring on the other side of the ball and gets the dunk, that was a pretty one.
Great goal. That's going to inject a lot of energy back into this Havoc lineup, and they're going to be trying to come back here to get that one last goal. Tied up, send us to overtime, a second game in a row. Got 2 minutes to work with, too, as well. Plenty of time to come back in this series.
Well, I think if there's one player who's going to get warmed up and tighten up his accuracy, it's going to be Snowy. He's been going for the top corner on the left side nearly every shot. I feel like eventually we're going to see him put that clanger in.
Very difficult shot to block. Working him off the wall. Tango's getting in his way. Vortex now onto the side. Gets demolished, but not before he sets it up out of the corner. Snowy tries, but it's onto the backboard, and the ball bounces over his hood. He'll have to rotate back on the defense. It's Requiem setting up Ben. Vortex gets away. Tango bites on it as well, but here come all 3 players. Havoc chasing it down. Zayd gets caught. He just has to make a prediction, and no. Tango places it well. Tie game.
And you could see where he was coming from the midfield. There was a lot of space, and it almost looked like a pass, but instead, if you find the accuracy, which they had been missing all series long, then it doesn't even matter if that pass connects or not, because it's rolling in.
Look at that. Tied back up. Requiem taking a shot. Snowy gets in the way of this one. Zayd off the ceiling. Snowy to chase this down. Dive bombs on it. Loses the ceiling reset to chase it as well. Gets a block in the corner. 2 players up for the Mindfreaks, but Ben able to fall on this one. Recover well and get it into the enemy corner. Now Zayd through another. Snowy to the outside.
Good fake. They're really utilizing that space.
Zayd's up for it, passes mid, and then it goes back over Tango.
You can even see the space though, Wavepunk. Whenever Canberra have it, they know exactly how to dribble it out and go for that transition. You've even noticed it a couple times with Tango. Potentially Snowy. That one was a nice save. And Tango still stuck on the goal line. The pinch across. It's not going to go in, but that was terrifying.
Oh, the pitch of a lifetime, and Vortex's follow-up is just wide again. 30 seconds left. Canberra worked so hard to get back here. We might be going to a second overtime. I would love to finish this off here in the next 19 seconds, so I have to play some defense, though. Requiem 3-1, Zade's there, blocked in the box. Tango to hold on to this. He's got Vortex on the flank. Looks for the pass across to him. Vortex up for it. Gets it past Ben. Requiem on the wall will have some space with the ball and just puts it into the ground. Snowy. Does he have a full tank? Finds Tango. Back down to Vortex. Taking the shot to the backboard. Snowy at the open net. Doesn't miss. Canberra Havoc come back with the buzzer beater.
All of this entire play started with Tango taking the corner boost, then going to the backboard. He left it for Snowy. You've got confidence in your teammates to make the play happen. You get the back pass off the backboard, then the follow-up from Snowy. Overtime ended with an absolute banger.
Dude, they denied overtime. Let's not even go. We're taking it down right now. They were trailing 3-1 around 2 minutes and 20 seconds. A 3-goal comeback there. Havoc rallying the series. We got a series on our hands. 1 game apiece now, Turtle.
I mean, that was incredible. You could see the play for Tango. There was a small moment. It didn't even show up in the replay, but Tango, he could have gone for the challenge and decided to go for a 50-50, but instead he went into the corner to take the boost so he could go off the backboard. And then with that full boost pad, you have the speed then to outpace the defender. And that is, like I said, how you end it. I even thought it might have gone into overtime, or it was overtime. My brain was just already messed up from that incredible play.
Absolutely, a brilliant, brilliant stand there. And connecting on the passes using the entire clock as well. Well done to Mindfreak. On the other side of the bracket, by the way, as we get into Game 3, Renegades currently up 2-0 in that series, tied 1 goal apiece in Game 3. Arrows just trying to get to a Game 4. They'll actually put one in right there, so check that out on twitch.tv/UGC. Meanwhile, back to the main event. Snowy in the corner with Tango now. Requiem trying to flip on the wall. Tango gets a pass 2, gets a pass the 3rd, and the shot's easy for Vortex. That's Canberra Havoc up by 1.
At this point, it feels like Tango is involved in every single play. He takes it slow, saves his flip, then gets around the first defender, the second defender as well. Absolutely breaking ankles left and right, even on the backboard. It doesn't matter. Tango is there to make the play.
Looking hot. Tango winning another one on kickoff. Requiem's got to fall back on his backboard. He's got Ben in the box to move out with him. And I get it past Vortex into an open backfield, looking for the bump. But Tango gets airborne quickly, and now Vortex up as well. What a block from Zade to buy some time. Snowy now onto the backboard, looking for the double tap, but Ben clears it to Requiem. Can he find the back? Well placed. Tango with the save. Excellent blocking. What a play.
So he's making moves in the corner and also on the goal line. The save coming out from Tango. You thought it was going to go in, but I've been saying this all game. If he's on the goal line, there is no way that ball will slip through. Frustration for Mindfreak at this point. You're faced with a goalkeeper who just won't let up, and those midfield 50s haven't been going your way, but here's one from Caveman Ben as he gets the follow-up Tango. You know what? I complimented him on the goal line, and then he just fails me like this way, Punk.
Dude, he felt the pressure, felt the 2 players bearing down on him. Requiem was really putting the heat up his jets and just barely isn't able to make contact with the ball there. Caveman Ben's got an easy net to shoot at, tied up again. I mean, that's been the whole series though, Turtle. We are just staying neck and neck. These 2 teams so evenly matched.
Well, right when you think a team is going to take off with the series and gain momentum, the other one snaps back and has an instant response. We just saw one there from Caveman Ben. And that's what the teams need. We needed to see that resilience. And Canberra Havoc, even in the last game, we didn't think that they were going to take that win. It started out so strong for Mindfreak, but they battled back and got that buzzer beater goal.
Genuinely, I think the 1-0 score line in every game so far has lasted like 10 seconds. First goal goes in, and then, no, Ben, no! Oh, that's tragic.
I don't think we need to mention this. For the sake of Caveman Ben, we will close our eyes during this replay and move on. Yep, me too.
I'm not even looking at the screen. I don't know what's happening. Okay.
All right, we're back. Let's go.
3:23. Okay, yeah. Oh, wow, they scored, man. That must have been a great goal.
Must have been insane.
Absolutely. Here's Tango off the backboard, getting this away. Vortex chases down, but Requiem's got him beat in the boost department. Now Zayd coming up out of the box. What a challenge, and Snowy is able to get it just enough to the corner. Now Ben, looking for redemption. Back into the box. Requiem. Past him. Zayd chases into the corner. Well, oh, so close. I love the idea of going to the far post there. Just barely wasn't able to push it between the posts.
Yeah, and that whole play actually started with, I believe it was a good 50-50 in the midfield. They have been dominant, Mindfreak, for the past, I'd say, minute or two with these 50-50s in the midfield, keeping pressure. It's allowed a lot more opportunities to come, and we've even seen Requiem driving in circles near the goal line, looking for a bump, maybe some more physical plays.
Ben here now in the corner. Able to get it past again in the 1v1 department.
Requiem now up. Oh, that's it.
Another more. Staying physical. Oh, Requiem beaten by Tango. Save. Caveman Ben off the wall. And man, Zayd getting demolished. Man, we're just demolition derby.
Well, it should have been a goal for Requiem, and then it's flipped to the other side. We've got a counterattack. Requiem, a demo had happened on the goal line on that third man, and Requiem just couldn't find the solid air dribble to put it in. Another mistake from Mindfreak that is going to be painful in a game that is so close, Wade Pump.
Did you see that flip from Requiem's? The tiny touch to put it behind him in the corner. Now
it's like they pop off, and then they decide not to.
It's back and forth, picking their moments. Zayden with a save in the upper 90. Backboard positioning paying off, and now the play across. Vortex was up for it so quickly, but wasn't able to get the read properly. Now Ben. Holding on to the corner, traps against the wall. Snowy's there, but Zayd gets in front of him. Vortex doesn't make contact. Snowy's going to get enough of a block to get Tango for the clear. And Havoc, hold on, just barely win a challenge against two players, but they're both airball.
Here we go.
Ben, he's got to get it to Zayd. Oh, what a stop from Snowy. Ben covers it up, finds redemption in a tie game.
This is incredible awareness for Ben. He stayed forward. He knew that there might get a save from Canberra. He stayed on that goal line, pushed up, and then found the dunk. Caveman Ben, he has redeemed himself in this game.
Choosing to stick with the play, paying off in spades. Mindfreak tied up once more. Snowy past one. Requiem to Ben in the corner. Tango on the challenge to the back of the board again as Requiem dismounts. Leaves space for Ben over the top of two. Snowy the only one in his own half. He gets dunked by Requiem. Ben in on the ball. Zayd coming in on the shadow. Gets two defenders out of it. Soft clear to the corner. Vortex will chase. Out of the midfield with it. Zayd to Ben on the outfield. Off the enemy corner. Tango makes contact with the ball. Requiem was there on the read, but the ball just barely over his shoulder. Now Tango on the counterattack. He's got Snowy chasing down the defender. Zayd able to dodge the demo. Vortex back to Snowy. Back to Vortex. The pass plays, but Ben holds his line on the goal. Able to stop that ball dead in its tracks.
And that was the only play from Ben that was going to get the save, was staying calm and patient on the goal line. There were plenty of chances with that passing for him to bite and to go in for an early challenge, but he stood tall, like you said, remained on the goal line. And that was crucial, especially with this Mindfreak defense. They're under a lot of pressure. Final 10 seconds. We've seen this before. Maybe we'll see it again.
Requiem through one. Now through two. Overtime looking likely. It's Ben off the ceiling here. Gonna try and flip this past the front line, but Snowy will put it into the ground. Overtime in game 3. Winner is on match point.
Mindfreak have definitely held most of the possession leading into OT, but then it kind of shifted a bit for Canberra in that final moment. Maybe they're just, they got ice in their veins for that buzzer beater. Either way, still looking good in the midfield. That's a good 50. Requiem, he's got to make a play here off the sidewall, looking for Caveman Ben in the midfield. But Caveman Ben, the patience. This man, he never dives early. He waits it out for the prime opportunity.
Beautiful. And Ben, despite the own goal in this game, puts in, I think, all 3 goals for his team.
Yeah. Maybe that humbled him, honestly, because the own goal came out, and then it seemed like he was just so patient for the rest of the game. He didn't want to overextend even 1 second of his time.
Devils score too. 6-6-6 there for Caveman Ben. What a performance. That's appropriate in a game where you own goal like that. But, they get the win here. And now on match point going into game 4. Feels good. You got 2 opportunities to win this one. Winner of this match will get the 2nd seed out of their group after Renegades completed the 3-0 against Arrows. They will take the 1st seed here in Group B. Looking good for day 2.
Yeah, and that's a huge win, but for Mindfreak, they had taken down Renegades earlier on, so the #1 seed, I mean, you were able to take them out. Maybe this is a chance to keep proving yourself. You got Caveman Ben popping off, even after the own goal. And again, it's the patience. That's what I was super impressed with. I didn't even assume that Caveman Ben was going to wait for that final goal in OT to push up. He just wanted to see what would happen with the 50-50, and then it came his way. He was there and ready to strike at the opportunity. And that's what I want to see from Canberra. Maybe they need to have that patience on the goal line whenever you got somebody like Tango making saves.
I appreciated the aggression there from Mindfreak in overtime, committing all 3 players. And getting the win. Now on match point, a win here in game 4 secures the 2nd seed for Mindfreak. Zayd on the wall, Requiem with a bump. Zayd's got the entire way paved for him, but could not sneak it under the crossbar on the double tap. Vortex moving it downfield, 1 player in the mid. Requiem will get it away on the goal line. Runs into Snowy, neutral challenge. Ben to collapse on the ball. Tango challenges him off the wall, bumps him off of it, and now Tango moving out as Vortex comes in to pick up the free ball.
Oh, good demo. We haven't seen a lot of physical plays yet. That could be the start for Canberra, maybe. But the clear was just too strong. I love the passing on defense from Mindfreak to get out of their own half.
Passing it around their own ceiling vertices.
Oh, no.
That's through, and now Snowy gonna get just enough harassed that he can't, but Tango's there. Snowy draws out the defenders. Tango scores goal #1.
And this all started with Zayd. He didn't get the touch as the 3rd man back. He was going in for the clear to keep the possession. That should be a play that never should happen. That is just one simple mistake there for Mindfreak in a horrible way to start out this 4th game.
They have managed to tie things back up very quickly in every game so far. Let's see if they can do it again. Here's the outfield passes. They're actually looking to take a 2-goal lead, which hasn't happened yet. Or as a 2-0 lead has not happened in this series. Zayd down the field up against Tango, out of boost, looks for the Omega read, gets to Ben, drops in the midfield for Requiem, up on the shot, shoots back post, it's wide, Zayd on the follow-up, shoots to the far post, and Snowy blocked at the point of contact. Ben keeps it aggressive in the midfield. Requiem wins the challenge again to keep the ball in the orange. Tango not sure what to do, actually chooses to go for the ball, and he's got enough time to do it, and he'll get the ball out to the blue. Mindfreaks, their first drive for the first time when trailing by 1 goal, not successful here in game 4.
Well, that could have been something from the transition out of Mindfreak. We did see a demo from Requiem. And here's another shot from the man himself, but he missed it off the crossbar and out. Maybe if that bounced down, that would have been a follow-up, but Mindfreak don't get too fortunate.
Snowy with a very, very small window of margin back pass.
But this is where Mindfreak like to be, Wavepunk. It's just waiting for that one mistake. They've been keeping pressure. The midfield challenge is strong as ever, like we saw from Requiem just right there, but still unable to get that clear out. That transition game working out for Mindfreak.
2 on the clock. Havoc happy to hold on to this lead. Force a game 5. The winner of this game plays off against Direwolves. The playoffs tomorrow. Loser will have to face Cringe Society. Snowy up against Ben.
That's a big
down
difference
to
as well.
Big difference between those teams. A lot on the line. As Tango takes a shot. Ooh, Ben will cover it up. Trying to close up this game. The 2-goal lead. Snowy past 1. Requiem to the sky. Snowy's going to chase this down. Back in the midfield. Ben puts it behind Zayd. He'll have to chase it down himself, and Vortex cover it up. Tango versus Requiem. Requiem with the block. Snowy. Shot dropping towards the goal, but away. And Caveman Ben and Zayd able to tag team that one back to midfield. Right now, Mindfreak doing a good job keeping the ball out of their back third, but kind of running into a wall in the midfield. Finally an opening. And now here's Zayd onto the backboard. Tango will slowly move after this one. No boost him backwards, but still confident he can make a play.
Well, it seems like the curse of their accuracy from Canberra has been lifted and then passed over to Mindfreak. That's another crossbar shot from Caveman Ben. Painful situations for Mindfreak because it looks good, but they just can't get the execution. Double demo didn't lead to anything because that clear from Zayd was to the other side. What a monstrous hit, and he keeps his team within 1.
Oh, Tango. Back down 125. He gets it past 2 players. It's all up to Zayd here coming out of the box. Caveman Ben hits his brakes this time. No double commits, so Snowy doesn't get a free goal. Can they get it past Tango? They do! This should be the little tie game as Zayd will guide it into the goal. Excellent midfield play. Tying it here for Mindfreak.
And he was waiting it out. Caveman Ben 150 leads into another flick in the midfield. That's 2 players gone. an open net received, and Zayd is there to make sure that one floats in.
And the key thing there, we've seen a few times from Mindfreak as one player crashes down into their back third.
Yeah.
Both players, the player in the corner and the goal, diving for the ball and leaving things open. Caveman Ben held his ground there, trusted his teammate to fly past the ball, or to fly into the ball there, and then that opens up that dribble play.
Oh my goodness, the bump plays off the side post. This is what happened earlier. Canberra, they can't catch a break.
So close, but no. They will not find a goal on that drive. Vortex now trying in a very rough situation as Ben's challenging him and Requiem's waiting for the obvious clear. Zayd now having to play back as the clears do come through. Canberra trying to force game 5 here in regulation. Can they get a goal here at the end? Tango onto the wall. Ben past another. That flips around. Vortex wants to challenge Requiem. Keeps the ball high. Snowy off the wall. It's out to Tango. Well placed, but his shot is wide. The pass was good. The shot, not quite as good. 17 seconds left. 2 overtimes in this series. Can we go to another one? 2 overtimes and a buzzer beater so far, Turtle. It's been so close.
Right, it's been one heck of a series, and the goal line defense for Mindfreak has been getting tested, and that's what we expect. Canberra, they were the ones who got that goal line shot, and that buzzer beater. Tango, he's got a chance to do it again. Vortex, if you find the accuracy, but it was safe from Requiem. They are still alive, and we're going into OT.
Oh, if they had scored that and we had 2 games won by Havoc on buzzer beaters and 2 overtimes won by Mindfreak, something crazy. Snowy looking for the flip. It's in front of the box. And Requiem to the outside. Zayd will chase this one, but Tango's got a lot of space to work with. He's got options. Zayd actually made the quick decision to fall back onto the backboard, and that'll give them a lot more room here. So he found the clears, and now the pressure on the goal. Vortex gets it away. 2 defenders down on it. Requiem's got control. Can he get it past Tango, though? What a flip back onto the wall and covered up by Vortex. The backboard positioning from Havoc, keeping them alive in this series. If Mindfreak score, they take the 2nd seed tomorrow and they win the series.
Right, and with that backboard positioning, you get a little bit worried because Mindfreak, if they implement some better corner play, that could result in a good opportunity. Maybe even the solo ones from Caveman Ben. He has been the foundation, I'd say, for Mindfreak. We came into this series thinking it was going to be Requiem, but in my eyes, Caveman Ben, he has been that real pillar of defense that keeps them alive. But for how long will it last? Because off the backboard is another pass through to Snowy off the crossbar. They cannot, I repeat, catch a break with their striking wave punk.
They cannot buy a shot on you're not going to get a worse defended net from Mindfreaks than that. And still it's wide. The nerves are going to get into this one, dropping for Requiem. Tango will block it, Snowy will chase it. Zayd in the backfield will have a lot of time. He puts it to his corner. And Vortex closes on that ball. Minute 25 into overtime. Requiem slows us down. Tango tries, gets it past the front line. Zayd collapses on it. Requiem actually pick up that corner boost. Enable him on a tight rotation, but a double commit on offense. Here's Vortex onto the backboard. Tango's down for it. Blocked by Zayd. What a save! Caveman Ben trying to connect with Requiem. He puts it too far ahead of his teammate, and Snowy gets the clear of a lifetime. Chasing this one down into the corner. Requiem had to fall back.
Zayd, he's got to be sweating after that one. He had to get a picture-perfect pre-jump save where he went under the ball and still found a way to make contact on it without going for the own goal 50-50. That was really something else. And we can see Mindfreak stay alive in OT. They have been pushed back against the wall, but they are standing strong.
Zayd with a few mega pre-jumps here in overtime. Now Zayd trying with Caveman Ben, trying to get the gates open for him, get some bumps in front. It won't work out. Havoc hold the line, get the ball to Vortex on the outfield. He's onto the backboard and gets hit by Requiem. Now Caveman up for it, keeping the ball high in the sky. Tango back to the other corner, and Zayd's there again. A demolition on the Requiem could spell disaster. Snowy back in front, trying to shoot for him. Oh my goodness, Snowy gets him another opportunity, but once again, the open net, they can't put it between the posts.
It's all about the accuracy. And at this point, with what I've seen, and Canberra and their inability to find the back of the net in moments where it's wide open, you think there's just going to be one transition, one simple play for Mindfreak where they can win a 50-50 and then just catch everybody far forward.
Havoc can't find the back of the net, but Mindfreak can't get the ball to the corners. The back third defense too strong here from the Havoc. Vortex flicks over one. Zayd's up for it. Keeps it high, he's gonna chase it down himself. Looks for Requiem. Requiem was looking for bumps.
Caveman's alone.
Now Snowy up against Ben. Wins the challenge. Ben will get it away. Tango now. Pass one, Requiem there. Completely blasted by Tango on the challenge.
I don't think Caveman Ben has any, like, emotions at all. This man does not get thrown off. The dude just is so sturdy on defense with his patience. It's insane.
Well, Tango now. Pass another. Stone cold Caveman Ben continues to try and do his work. Here's Zayd shooting high. Ben's up for it. He might have the angle.
Yep,
the
there it
bump
is.
from Zayd opens the gates, and Mindfreak take the second seed.
Caveman Ben, this is exactly how I thought this was going to end, with him as the striker, a pivotal part of that play. And we could also see the demos, the aggression coming out from Mindfreak. Whenever they got opportunities, they were able to find the accuracy that Canberra lacked.
Mindfreak secure the second seed in their groups, and they will face off against Dire Wolves tomorrow in the quarterfinals. Havoc will have to face off against Cringe Society. Both teams will have their hands full in different ways here, but you know Mindfreak's feeling good after that one. Very confident in their performance here in Group B.
Oh, and I've been talking a lot about Ben, but you also got to look back at that goal line pre-jump save from Zayd. I'm telling you, if you go back, somebody's got to clip that and tag RL Esports on Twitter, because that was incredible. You could see he got that last touch and literally kept his team alive and able to close out the series a little bit earlier.
A brilliant stand there in Canberra Havoc with an excellent game as well, and they're in the middle to get us here to game 4. But it is ultimately Mindfreak to take the victory. For some final closing thoughts and to set you up for tomorrow, let's head back to the desk.